So we are on a little woodland walk. I've got Jess with me. It's really hard balancing like your fitness goals and your family life, especially when you're a working from home parent, because sometimes kids just aren't that interested in doing the same things that you're doing, and that does make it difficult. It's up here. That does make it difficult because I don't like dragging her somewhere she doesn't want to be. But it's important for us to get our daily steps in, and we're planning on spending the rest of the day indoors, and so I thought it would be good to get her out. Plus it's an absolutely stunning day. We're literally just doing a little walk, gone round the loop, we're going through the woods, and then I said I'd treat her to a little thing in the charity shop. It was her birthday yesterday, and it's my little baby's birthday, little baby Ralph's birthday in a couple of weeks. So I said if she finds something in the charity shop that she would like to buy for Ralph for his birthday, then she can. God, this is a big hill, isn't it? I can understand why going out for a walk as a child isn't very exciting, but I think it's important, even if it's just for 1 hour of the day. And it's good for my mental health to get out and be amongst the trees, even if it's just for 10 minutes of the day.
I think this might suit you.
That's very cute, isn't it? Nice. Probably a bit too babyish for Ralph though. There's one for Mummy. Run for life. Oh, little Dinky. He is very cute. He looks like my goat. I have at home.
Ralph might like it.
Very cute. Yeah, the kids stuff is in the corner, isn't it? Coming home to the best post. Oh, we love a wedding. So, this video is kind of specifically focused on essential tips for busy mums to stay fit, which is why I've kind of recorded what we've been up to today. Obviously there's a lot that you don't see behind the scenes, you know, playing with the kiddos, research, work, checking in with clients, all of that stuff. You're not going to see that, but what I want you to do is to take from this video is something that you can actually apply to life. I've written it down. I'm going to read it out to you because that is the way that I am better presenting things. I like to make sure that I've got my facts right. It all starts with little habits that you can build on over time. You don't get fit overnight, and can you believe it can take only 24 to 48 hours for your aerobic fitness to start declining, whereas your strength can take 2 to 3 weeks to start deteriorating. I'm a busy mum. I'm running a startup business whilst working from home with a 1-year-old, and I have a 6-year-old who's currently off on half term, so I really do have my hands full. My son also co-sleeps and feeds on me most of the night, so I struggle to get a decent night's sleep. Not a pity party, by the way. I just want to make sure that if anyone else is watching this is having the same experience, that I understand. Most of the time I'm running on, like, my tank never gets filled up. This is no pity party though. I love the challenge, which is why I also signed up for a half marathon, which is on the 2nd of March. I get such a buzz out of pushing my body to the limits. Plus half marathon training basically means I get to disappear for a long run every Sunday, which is usually very much needed time away from my kids. I love them, but as a default parent, my time with them is intense, and by the end of the day, I'm often touched out and my patience has reached its limits. There's a little bit about me and my story, which is why I had to implement little habits that help me to keep my sanity. And this is what you can implement to your life if you're a busy mum, that could potentially help you reach your fitness goals. So number 1 is to go for a walk every day during the half term. That also means dragging my 6-year-old with me, and she can often be resistant, so there's usually bribery involved. She isn't a massive fan of our healthy girl walks, but I find them imperative for my mental health. If you currently don't participate in any daily activity, then just heading out for 20 to 30 minutes is more than what you were doing originally, and therefore is going to make a difference to building your aerobic fitness. Number 2 is to make sure you have already pre-planned what meals you'll be eating that day, and to choose meals that work around whatever plans you have. That probably sounds really obvious. There was a time that I went through life just making it up as I went along. You might still be there. I didn't know what my lunch was, basically whatever was in the canteen, convenience food at work, and by the time I got home I usually hadn't eaten enough in the afternoon, so I was ravenous and would reach for easy cupboard snacks, which were usually of the beige coloured variety, before even contemplating what was for dinner. And by that point I was so hungry that a lot of the time I was craving very hyper palatable foods that are usually very high in calories and not necessarily very nutritious. So over the last 3 years or so, it's been a lot of trial and error on what meals we eat regularly. And now I have a bank of meals that we eat over a 2-week period, and the big question mark of what's for dinner no longer gives me the heebie-jeebies. Number 3, and is the final point because I don't want to list off a ton of points and then you are overwhelmed, is plan what you will be when you'll be doing your training. And so for me, I plan when I'll be doing my training and let my partner know when that will be, so that he is prepared to have the kids during that time. Time without the kids for me is so precious, and so is my training. Going to the gym or going out for a run has become my outlet, but it didn't feel that way at first. First, I just felt really out of place at the gym, and even more so when I was training whilst pregnant and those first 6 months postpartum. My body just felt uncomfortable. Over time, it's become an essential part of my life, and my mental health suffers if I don't train. Therefore, when the time comes when it's my turn to train, there's no question of whether I feel like it. I go no matter what. It's taken time to train my mindset to get here though, which is why aiming to be 1% better each day is so important. So how you build on these things is up to you. You could tell yourself a certain time that you walk, and start with 3 to 4 times a week. Like, I like to walk in the morning after I've dropped my 6-year-old at school. Hi Jess. Especially when it's a lovely day, as it definitely increases my productivity for all the rest of the day. Regards to your meals, you could start with writing a meal plan for the week and putting it on the fridge or in a journal. And of course, any training you'd like to do, discuss it with your significant other, the babysitter, whatever you need to do to ensure the kids are covered if you have them. Then just do the thing. The more you do the thing that makes you uncomfortable, this is where your brain and your body adapts. So consider that next time you think for a split second that you don't fancy going to the gym today, because that's probably the day that you should go. And now I've been joined with my children because they never leave me alone.
No, but
I will
Ralph
leave it
isn't
there.
here.
No, Ralph's about to tear apart your room.
Ralphie, please don't tear
I love my children. I really do. I love being a mum. It's the thing that I am the most passionate about in the world. But I am so excited for the days where I could put them to bed and get a decent night's sleep. Ralph's about to turn 1 and we're not quite there yet. But Jess, I believe, started sleeping through when she was about 14 months. So maybe the end is near. Okay, that's it. Problem with baking a cake for your child's birthday is that cake then needs to get eaten. And although we dished it out amongst the children that came to her party, there's still lots left. And I am such a sucker for chocolate cake. And so I just want to eat it all the time. Balance. It's okay. Balance. Did Daddy not put a bibby on you?
It's delicious, Mummy.
Thank you. The kiddos have really tested my patience this evening. I was already planning on running today anyway. Ian's home from work, which means he can take over for a little while. God, I look tired. I'm going out for a run. I think it's going to be a bit more than 5k. I need time away from the house, and there's a podcast I want to listen to. and there's a 12-kilometre run that I didn't do on Sunday because I was planning birthdays, baking cakes and all that stuff. So I'm going to try and head out for a 12k run. If I'd only do 10, that's fine. But I'm going to aim for 12 and see how it goes.